Known as the Southern Lights, the Aurora Australis was visible across South Africa in the early hours of this morning. South Africa's distance from the South Pole makes a sighting of the aurora a rare occurrence. Space scientist Teboho Nxele joins us now for more on this conversation. Teboho, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Let's start off here. A number of people are asking, Southern Lights or the Aurora Australis, what is this exactly?
Okay, yes, thank you for this opportunity. Yes, Southern Lights are basically auroras which occur either in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. So what happens is that it's different particles which interact with different gases in our atmosphere, and they would produce these lights in the southern hemisphere or the northern hemisphere.
And what do these lights actually look like?
So basically, your most common colors would be green. That's the most common one. And then you have this sort of dark red color, and then you have purple or the blue colors. So most cases we see the red or dark purple color in the southern side, which means that it's not common in the northern side. So the red color is basically it occurs at around 200 to 300 kilometers. So yes, yeah. So those are the different colors that we basically see.
And if you're in South Africa, where was the best sighting for you to actually observe this?
Mostly, if you're in South Africa, would be around Cape Town. That would be the best sighting to see these auroras. Yes, in other parts, it would be extremely difficult to see them because of our location from the South Pole. So it makes it extremely difficult to view auroras from South Africa.
And Teboho, this is something that, many parts of the world get to experience. And one would ask, what is the cause for South Africa to also be part of this phenomenon, to also be able to see it from our shores?
Can you just repeat the question, please?
I was saying, when it comes to South Africa being able to view the aurora lights, what is the reason behind the country also being able to experience this?
The reason why we experience it is because it's a global phenomenon, basically. So the auroras happen as a result, as I explained, as these particles when they interact with different gases in the atmosphere. And also because we are monitoring space weather, where space weather has an impact on our technological systems here on Earth. So as we are monitoring space weather, and as a result of these geomagnetic storms, then they produce these auroras. And also because of the high, KP values that we're experiencing. So basically what happens is that we have the auroral oval, basically, the way it expands in such a way that sometimes, we could see auroras from South Africa depending on the severity of the storm. For example, this morning we had basically a severe geomagnetic storm, which basically reached a KP of 8, which meant that the expansion of the auroral oval made it possible for some people to see auroras as far as Cape Town.
And how long will South Africans have to wait again to be able to experience this and to be able to see the Aurora Australis?
So basically now we are at a period of solar maximum now, where the sun is at its most active in terms of producing these solar flares, which would in turn give us these coronal mass ejections, which basically give us these geomagnetic storms here on Earth. So it will happen throughout this period of solar maximum. But then now it's just that it's difficult to tell when exactly it will happen, because it also depends on whether we will see a large enough solar flare which will produce a coronal mass ejection. Also important, an Earth-directed coronal mass ejection, because sometimes we do see these coronal mass ejections, but then they are not Earth-directed.
All right, Teboho, thank you so much for your time and for that explanation. That is Teboho Nxele. He is a space scientist, and also they're giving us a bit of reasons behind the viewing of that light aurora australis. And of course, to our viewers, if you have pictures of this, please send them our way so that we can share them with the rest of the country.